I don't know. You can turn it if you want.
That's alright. You can listen to it.
We're in the hospital. Do you remember what happened?
The last thing I remember, we were listening to Taylor Swift.
Jerry, can you lift your left arm up?
I can't.
What about your right arm?
Yeah, this one seems to be fine.
Can you bend your left elbow?
No, I can't.
How about your right one?
Yeah, this one's alright.
Flex your fingers on both sides. So there's nothing on that. Do you want to test for the reflex? You want to test to see if you can feel anything? Let us know when you feel the actual pin touching.
Okay. Right now. Now.
Okay. We'll be back with your results.
Am I gonna be alright?
I don't know yet. We can't do any x-rays right now. The machine's down, so we got to go old school and test everything out that way. Jerry, we got some of the results back of your test. We got to wait to confirm it when the x-ray comes back up. But right now it's looking like you did some damage to some of your upper vertebrae and some neural pathways, mostly looking like the posterior columns.
What's posterior columns?
Posterior columns pathway is the sensory pathway responsible for transmitting fine touch, vibration, and proprioceptive information from the body to the cerebral cortex. The name comes from the two structures that the sensation travels up, the posterior or dorsal columns of the spinal cord and the medial lemniscus in the brainstem.
Posterior columns, a signal is sent into the dorsal root and it travels up the spinal cord on the same side as the injury. Once it hits the medulla oblongata, it crosses over to the opposite side through the medial meniscus and continues up till it reaches the thalamus. Once it gets through the thalamus itself, it goes to the correct part of the cortex, and in this case, it would be the superior lateral part of the cortex to indicate where the injury actually is.
When there's damage to the posterior column pathway, there's going to be a loss in sensation from the injury and below. These sensations would include fine touch, pressure, and proprioception.
At the same time, because there's so much going on in the spinal cord, at the site and below on the opposite side, the patient will lose sensations such things as temperature, crude touch, and pain due to damage that could be to the spinal thalamic as well. In the case of our patient, Jerry, he still has some of those sensations. He does have some abnormal reflexes to the patella and the Achilles on the left side, which indicates left side damage. He has a positive Babinski's test, which is also on the left side as well. And he lacks reflexes in the left upper extremities, such as the bicep reflection. There, on the left, there is none. There is also no real movement to his left wrist, and he can't really move his left shoulder. So it's indicating that there's some form of damage on his left side, and while we wait for x-rays, we'll have to look into it a little bit more.
The results of the x-rays show that I had damage to my spinal segments C5, C6, and C7. The C5 and C6 are important for the deltoid with shoulder movement and raising the arm, where the C6 and C7 segments are important for extending the elbow and wrist, neither of which I was able to do.